Check it out. Come and check us out. If we think it's sport, come see what we about. Check it out. Come and check us out.
How in the world? Oh my goodness.
NBA record with his 12th three-pointer of the game.
Jay-Z in the Nets jersey. Reggie got Indiana. And he was
so you can see how everybody.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Crazy how he was making the cuts, making it.
Why is he not better than him?
So everybody take a seat. We think it's sports, but sometimes we don't know. We asking that.
It's good. How was that boys' weeks?
Week was cool, man. I didn't really do much though. It's just good to relax sometimes, man. You know, work be stressful. People are looking for a job. The post office hiring because I'm tired of delivering mail. I turned in my bag about 4 years ago, but you're short staffed, man. They make you go out on the pavement, unfortunately. But other than that, man, it's good to relax.
I think everybody's still short. Like I think all jobs is like, I mean, like from where I go, like when I went to Family Dollar the other day, the line was like to the back of the store because it was literally one employee in Family Dollar, bro. I'm like, yo, what is going on? So I don't know. I know truck drivers is down. You know what I mean? That's why all of, like, I guess the grocery stores is empty, half empty and stuff like that. Cause I think truck drivers ain't no truck drivers.
Yeah, that's
it's
a fact.
So it's just, I don't know what's going on, man. Everybody just, everybody chilling. Everybody at home chilling.
We definitely went to a restaurant the other day and they had a sign on the door like closing early due to lack of staffing. So yeah, place is definitely short.
Everywhere, bro.
But that's crazy though, because did unemployment run out? They ain't give unemployment no more.
It's not that. It was the vaccine. People got fired because of the vaccine, depending on the job. But when they left, they just didn't come back to jobs. I mean, they just didn't.
They figured it out. I guess they figured it out. I guess they just.
I mean, there are still assistance. People didn't have to pay rent. If I don't have bills, then I mean, it's not like you can't kick me out. I don't even know if the rent.
All that stuff stopped though. All that stuff.
I don't know if it had. I know a lot.
Okay.
I know a lot of landlords who. I mean, it's a dude like down the street. He can't kick Cuz out. Cuz ain't paid in 2 years. He literally can't kick him out. Like he tried to sell the house. He's having a difficult time selling the house because he has a tenant in there who's not leaving, who's not paying rent. It's a mess. This is a legit mess.
That's a mess.
But
I don't know what it is, man. I don't know, man. Biden, I mean, it's so bad for Biden that he trying to distract people with daylight savings. No more daylight savings, man. I guess that's the thing. That's the new thing that they're trying to do. So I don't know. But my week was cool. I mean, my week was cool. I did something new. I guess I went to the gym. That's not new, but I took a shower.
Huh?
In the gym?
I took a shower at the gym, bro.
At the
first
gym.
time. Yes. I feel like I'm
shower
becoming...
shoes though and stuff, right? I like this stuff.
I had flip flops. I took my flip flops and then I got in, whatever. I took a shower at the gym for the first time. I ain't free ball or nothing crazy like that. I had a towel on, walked to the joint, took a shower. It was good, bro. Like doing the gym, taking a shower, leaving, and not having to like go home. You like go out about your day, go to the grocery store, go clean up the car, whatever you gotta do. It was like a good little. It felt good. Like it's something I understand why people do it. I understand why it's definitely a thing because you just feel refreshed, you feel good, you feel energized. You took a shower and you out about your day. So I mean, I might do it again. I took a shower at the gym, man. I don't know, maybe because I'm 30 now.
So you plan on taking a shower? So you took soap, towel, all that.
Oh yeah. I was like, I'm taking a shower because sometimes I go before work. I be trying to get back home real quick, take a shower, do all this stuff instead of like, let me just leave out in time. So I leave out in time so I can just take a shower, then go straight to work from the gym or do whatever I got to do from the gym, not having to go home, shower up, blah, blah, blah. So I took a shower in the gym, man. It was good.
More power to you, brother. I probably never do that.
I mean, I guess it's not for everyone, but I mean, it is convenient. It's super convenient.
Yeah, but that. Yeah, but okay.
Speaking of the gym, I know how Rad joint going, but Preach, how your joint going? Remember, like what was it, 2 years ago? We had on a pod that we all gonna start working out and everything. Like, is that going good, bad? You didn't care? You didn't do nothing?
Oh no, I mean, I haven't been going to the gym. I have been as of late, even more, I've been more serious about it. Like getting up early and working out or doing some type of physical activity. It just really, what I've learned is it's not so much. It is the working out part, but it's the eating habits as well.
Oh yeah,
I try
that's the
not to
main thing
eat
actually.
past 8 or 9 o'clock if I can help it. I was always drinking a lot of water, but I try not to. I don't really drink juice and pop. You know what I'm saying? I just the eating habits is what really makes it. And what I'm trying to do is cut out bread, which is very difficult because a lot of things have bread with it. So I mean that's my next discipline. Like trying to, if I can eliminate bread, I'll be all right.
Yeah, do anyone of y'all do anything for Lent? I mean, do y'all? I mean,
Well,
I
my
guess,
church, we don't
you know what I mean?
eat, drink, or anything between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. So we got like a little 5-hour fast.
That's
That
dope.
actually helped out a little bit too, the intermittent fasting, and that helps you out a little bit too. But yeah, that's what we do. And then me and Lex, we don't eat after 8 o'clock right now. We try our hardest not to. You know, we try to set back. I mean, turn away from, you know, fatty foods and bread and everything like that. But it's tough. It's lifestyle, man. The thing is, people do the diet, but you can't just do just a diet. You got to do it to change your lifestyle. Like, you got to make this an everyday thing. And that's the hardest struggle. Like, if you go work out with people, they be telling you got to eat about 5-6 times a day. I don't understand how people do that. Like,
That's
that
because
is
they working
wild.
out. They burning that many calories though. I mean, I think for me, well, for Lent, I gave up sugar for Lent, like anything sugar. So I don't drink pop juice. I drink only 100% juice and water, and so I gave all sugar up and stuff like that. But what you were saying, Mills, it's like I think the biggest issue is habit. It's habit killing. Like you gotta, like you want, you know, people want, you know, diets is cool, working out is good, but you need to like change. You got to be a different person. You can't. People be just be like, oh, what you do? Like I changed. You know what I mean? Like you got to change. You got to kill all those bad habits, like you said, eating late, eating all the bad eating stuff you do. You got to really be intentional what you eat. You know what I mean? You got to know what you eat. Be accountable to yourself. You can't, you know, them times where you go sneak. Like for me, I used to go in the fridge and get a tub of ice cream. Go downstairs, play the game. I don't eat the whole ice cream playing the game. You know what I mean? Things like that. I'm accountable to myself. You know what I mean? You got to be accountable to yourself. Just habits got to change for sure. And if you don't do
That's
that,
crazy.
ain't nothing gonna change.
It's crazy you answer the question for me. Shout out to Rat. You know, his birthday was on Sunday. Shout out to Rat. But I was wondering why you had a fruit cake. I'm like, yo, why Rat got a cake? Like a shaped cake, and it's all fruit. I'm like, yo, what's going on? It had candles on it and everything. But I know. Gave up sugar.
I gave up sugar for Lent for sure. Yeah. So that was shout out to my sister. My sister Tay, she made me a fruitcake, the dope fruitcake that was fire. I was expecting any cake, you know what I mean? Because I was like, there's nothing really to. I'm not gonna eat it, you know what I mean? So shout out to Sean and my fiance and Tay for making that for me. That was dope. Yeah.
To support, man. Support is important. Like people that support you going through the things that you're going through. I mean, you gave up, you know, sugar. Nobody pressured you with sugar. They made you a fruitcake to support you still, you know, on your birthday. I watched it. Like I watched was it Cole Beasley? Mike Beasley little interview on the Pivot. I don't know if y'all watched that, but you know, he was talking about, you know, how he didn't have support. Like everybody stole from him. Nobody want to listen to what he got to say. And it's just good to have people that actually support you, you know, that listens to the things that you got going on that you can count on. And so that was dope.
That's a fact. I got one question before we go into sports because, you know, it's gonna be a quicker show before we get to sports. So say if you have a choice to pick, I gotta say a Mount Rushmore, 4 people. You got 4 people you can sit down with, talk, converse, whatever, have a conversation, have a podcast, whatever you want to do. Do y'all got, I can go first, but do y'all got 4 people that y'all have ideal that, I would want to have a conversation with these people before you live? You know, I don't got, it could be anybody, dead or alive. Who's like a top 4 that you want to sit down and talk and have a group conversation with? Do either one of y'all got something like that off rip?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. I can go first. My 4, my number 1, shout out to Kobe. Kobe would be definitely somebody I want to talk to. Y'all probably already know this. My number 2, Will Smith. Shout out to Will Smith. Will Smith gonna be in there. Number 3, Pops. My dad would be in the room. Shout out to my dad, Pops. And number 4 is tough because it's interchangeable, but Number 4, I would go with this person. I would go with Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson, I guess he's like a philosopher or something like that. If y'all know who he is, but so Jordan Peterson, my dad, Kobe, and Will Smith are my 4 that I want to have a conversation with. And well, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. I would have loved to have a conversation with those guys, sit down with them, talked about life and how they became, who they are, stuff like that.
I never thought about that. That's crazy, but I don't know. I'll probably do Barack Obama.
Shout out to Barack, B.O.
I'll probably do Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay.
Just to get, insight on everything and decisions he made. You know what I mean? Because that was a tough thing he went through.
That's a fact.
And decisions he made.
A great man. 2 great men right there.
I gotta go with my boy Jamie Foxx. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my ride or die dog.
Jamie.
And then there'll probably be Shakespeare.
Mills. Why would you talk to Shakespeare, Mills?
Why not?
I mean, but like, why? What do you have in common with Shakespeare? Like, seriously.
It's not about having things in common. It's about getting knowledge and wisdom.
And some, in some rumblings in some sectors of the world that people believe Shakespeare not even a real person. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know how deep you into that. Like William said, it's like a.
I heard that.
Yeah,
I heard that.
He like because nobody got real data on him. It's like a collection. People think it's like a collection of people, and they just made him be called William Shakespeare. And
I think history say he was born probably in like the 1500. So that was I don't know. So, but.
They say the same thing about Jesus.
I mean, Jesus is different than William Shakespeare, but I hear you.
I mean, I agree, but I mean, you ask somebody else, people, tomato. But to answer that question, that's a tough question. I would say Kobe Bryant would definitely be one. I would definitely want to talk to Kobe. I love Kobe. So shout out to him. Probably. I don't know. I would love to talk to like Paul from the Bible. It was a great. I mean, he's responsible for a lot of the New Testament. Just to like see what's going through his mind. Probably Charles Spurgeon. He's a 1400 preacher. Like, I mean, he's responsible for a lot of like commentary. Responsible for a lot of stuff. I want to pick his brain on certain things. And my other one, probably somebody contemporary. Shoot. I don't know.
TD Jakes?
Hell no.
You can't talk to TD?
I don't necessarily have to talk to TD because we have access in a different way to
him all the time.
Yeah, it's like everything that he has to say, I've already heard. Granted, I'm sure there's something, but the only thing that I would benefit from him is a relationship, not a conversation. I'm not, and that's no disrespect to TD Jakes. It's just like
I hear you all the time.
We hear it. We heard. You have conversations with millions.
Not Jesus himself.
I was gonna say Jesus, but he left his word here, so it's like, and I talked to him. That's not I don't have to.
Okay.
So that I don't need that at all. I don't know. The third one is a tough one. It is a tough one. I can't. Probably maybe Denzel Washington. I'll talk to Denzel.
Okay, I like.
Because I talked to Magic Johnson before. I didn't have a long conversation, but I did speak to him. And
when you talk to Magic Johnson, bro?
When Magic Johnson, when the UB, they have the distinguished
breaking news. Hold on, breaking news.
It's not breaking news. I got a picture. The UB has their distinguished speakers series where they have prominent speakers come in and speak at UB. This was like, it had to have been maybe 2018, 2017. It was before the pandemic. Magic Johnson was one of the speakers. And it was a lady that goes to my cousin EJ Church, God rest her soul. She was in charge of, she was literally the head of this whole thing. And she had my cousin, which was her pastor. He did the prayer. He did the invocation to the thing. But, that comes with perks. We get to come. We were backstage and the whole thing. And I was backstage. Magic Johnson was backstage. We literally went in.
At UB.
For a fact. I literally, I'm front row. I got the picture.
I'm not saying this. I don't remember Magic Johnson being in town.
It was
That's
an
just like a crazy thing.
one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. Magic Johnson was there. Look up UB Distinguished Speakers. I don't know.
It was 2015, though. He was like 4 years old.
Whatever. But
I believe you, man.
You ain't gotta believe me. It happened. So I was like, I'm like, Magic is tall as ever. I'm like, what's up, bro? Like, I mean, we had a little brief conversation. We took a picture of me, him, and my cousin.
Let's talk about how he had 6 women at the same time.
We did not talk about that.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
But I will say that distinguished speaker, like his speech or whatever, his talk was amazing. It was nothing short of amazing. Like Magic Johnson is A1. He is who he is, whatever we think he is. He's bigger than life. He's magnanimous. He's in the room and he's like, obviously 6'9", so he is huge. But he just got that charisma. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out
Magic.
to Magic. It's Magic Johnson. So I would assume like a Denzel Washington would be on par in that type of, when he gets in the room, it's like, that's Zell.
That's Denzel.
Yeah,
That's Denzel.
I want to talk to Zell.
I talked to Jim Brown. That's the only thing I could think of that he right with. I got Jim Brown. I had a picture with Jim Brown. Shout out to Jim Brown.
Shout out to
next
Brown,
door to the crib. Yeah.
I didn't have nobody like that. I had the Bills. My cousin, he worked for the Bills growing up, so
if anybody,
Sam, you're not with him.
I don't have. I got the other picture. I'm just saying, like I'm front row. How else would I have gotten front row? No. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was literally sitting right there.
My dad used to cook pigs for the Bills back in the day when he had like Ted Washington and them boys. So I used to chop it up. He used to cook pig. My dad up to cook a pig, to roast a pig.
Shout out to Ted. Shout out to Big Ted. Yeah, all right, that's what's up, baby. All right, but I guess we can get into the sports. Mad crazy stuff happening in the sports. Y'all want to start with the big trade? Y'all want to start with the Deshaun Watson trade?
That's the big one.
What is there another big one?
We're gonna go Baker. We're gonna go Matt Ryan. Which was bigger than Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson traded. They said they modified the pick. They modified the compensation. I guess ended up being 6 total picks, like 3 first-rounders, a 4th, and something else. And then they got Deshaun Watson back in a 4th or something like that. But I guess the big news is that he signed a new 5-year, $230 million fully guaranteed contract. Some people say the best contract of all time. Some people say,
that's what they say. Oh, I mean, it certainly is wrong.
It's one of them. It's one of the best contracts.
It's the most guaranteed of all time, right?
In football, but some people saying it's just one of the better contracts you can have. It's a 5-year contract. It's not because he's what, 28 or something, 27. So he gonna be able to get another $200 contract again in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Probably even 4 years.
It's gonna be more than 200,000.
200 million. I mean,
it's gonna be more than that.
300 million. Maybe by that time it's gonna be 300 million.
Might be a billion.
People saying it's one of the best contracts you can have. So what's your thoughts? Initial thoughts on everything. How y'all feel about him getting it? How y'all feel about how the Browns went about trading for him? Because they saying they did their due diligence about all civil lawsuits, but
they didn't. I'll say this:
the lawyer on the side said they didn't talk to him. So the lawyer of the women said the Cleveland Browns did not reach out to him or none of the victims.
I'll say this:
alleged victims.
Drop things. Who cares, man?
Let me say this: I don't know why they did. We had a jury of our peers. We have a system in America. It's called the judicial system. We had a jury of our peers. They got together. They convened as they were supposed to. And a grand jury came together to see if they were going to try him for criminal charges. They came back with they wasn't going to try him, right? Now, we can debate whether or not the 22 women, I am sensitive to all of those things. But I'm also I'm also sensitive to the idea that Deshaun Watson is saying that he didn't do anything wrong. These women are saying that he did. So what we're doing is we're believing them over him. And I don't. And not only that, the court of law said they were not bringing criminal charges. For what? I mean, we can parse words. We can do that till the cows come home. But I'm just speaking facts. The facts is we have a judicial system, right? People, you may not believe in it. You may believe in it. But clearly it has not been favorable to black people. We know that. That we do know. It has been favorable to quote-unquote rich people. We have seen that as well. But it has not been favorable to black people, especially when it combats against other white women. That's just the facts. Like, we don't have to, that's a fact. It's historical. It's a fact. That's why we've been talking about judicial reform. So if y'all want to talk about that, that's another topic. But the fact is that they said they are not bringing criminal charges for whatever reason. They saw the evidence, all the evidence that the Cleveland Browns could possibly see. All of it, all the discovery, everything in the world. The cases was presented. They said, no, we're not bringing criminal charges. I thought it was an injustice to Deshaun Watson at the league, and the Texans did not allow him to play because he was considered guilty until proven innocent, and that's just not right. The man he's been saying that
you can't do that, bro.
Yes, I can. Yes,
he was brought up for charges, and he was.
Let me say this
just
again.
dropped the criminal charge was just dropped last week, Sam. Last month.
That's fine, right?
You can't play with criminal charges.
You can.
You cannot, Sam. You can't. Bro.
People get charges every day,
I think it's more so the severity of the charges.
Sam, you cannot allow that. If you're running a business, Sam, if you're running a business, if somebody that's one of the face of your business has criminal charges for sexual assault, he cannot be in the front of your business, bro. You cannot have that.
That's not true.
Bro, we talking multiple. We talking 20, bro.
I don't care how many it is.
What do you mean? That's bad business. That's bad for business, bro. Period.
Whether it's bad for business, that is up for interpretation, but that doesn't mean he can't be.
It's not. It's my business. The NFL is the NFL's business. No, you cannot play, bro. What are you talking about?
I understand that. What I'm saying is that in America, we believe that you are innocent until proven guilty. Is that a yes or no thing? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
That have nothing to do with what you said, though.
Yes, you're talking about a private entity. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is, I said it was a travesty. I didn't say that they couldn't do it. Clearly, they did do it. They thought that it was in the best interests of their league. That's fine. But that doesn't. Just like, I mean, people do this stuff all the time. That doesn't mean that it's wrong or right. It's a matter of opinion.
All right.
My issue about it is this. Especially now, people keep talking about, yo, do you know how many people got civil cases?
Probably a lot.
You can't even number how many civil cases all the owners have, including the league. They're like their own civil cases outside of that and the league. It's not even a number out there. I looked it up. We gotta this literally happens all the time. And I am not trying to belittle these women saying that they don't matter. I'm just speaking facts that the jury said no, and all of a sudden it's like, yo, Molly Karen,
but can you add
like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Like, what can't you believe? That the man is innocent?
The fact that he's not a criminal, I'm never gonna argue the fact that he's not a criminal. He's not a criminal. I mean, that's whoever want to argue that, whatever. They didn't do it. So, but it is nuanced that it was over 20 women. You gotta factor that in, Sam. You can't just say
no. I don't.
Oh, you do because they all saying the same thing.
Like, and
all right, how you feel about the trade, man? How you feel about him going to Cleveland? Mills, what's your thoughts on it? Because I don't want to.
I like the trade.
He playing. I'll help. I'm happy to get free.
I like the trade. I like him getting the opportunity to get back on the field again. We all know that he wasn't getting along with the Houston organization that he wanted out. So this is him to get the opportunity to get back, on the field and show the world what he can do. Because I mean, arguably, he was one of the top 10 to 15 quarterbacks in the league when he was playing. Top 5. Ooh. He was in the top when he played. So to sit out a whole year, that's kind of detrimental to your success.
I
mean, is it? Well, he got the best contract in football history.
Yeah, but he lost a year though for something that he didn't do. Apparently, according to the court of law, people can say, I don't know. I don't know what the court of law means anymore. What does that mean? Does that not mean anything?
I'm just saying he didn't play, so I don't know what his points are. I mean, what's important to him, but to not play, get paid $30 million to not play, which he did, and to come out of that and get the best contract in NFL history.
Bankroll.
And this how player the contract is. The contract's so player that he only get paid $1 million this year in case he gets suspended. He only his money he get this year is $1 million because if he gets suspended, it's gonna come off of that. So he gonna lose about $600,000 if he missed half the season or something like that, or if somebody want to sue him based on his salary this year, it's gonna be off $1 million salary. So he is I mean, how much better can he come off? Seriously.
So what you're saying is that, he gets $230 million guaranteed, but this year it's a flop year because they know he's probably gonna settle.
He's settle, or if he gets suspended by the league and lose some of them, because when you get suspended, you don't get none of your money.
But why is he getting suspended by the league though?
Because the assumption is he's going to get suspended, right? Because
I know, but why though?
The precedent is that Ben Roethlisberger like 5-6 years ago, whatever, when he got into this little thing, he did not get no criminal charges.
That's a
It was
fact.
some sexual assault, and he got suspended for 6 games and it got reduced to 4. So
They had
now that was
but
one
I will
girl.
say one distinction.
That was
is
one girl.
Ben Roethlisberger. They had his semen on the sink. I want to say that.
Yeah, but it wasn't. He didn't. But she said she got whatever. I don't know about none about that.
He did have sexual relations with the girl. He did admit that. Deshaun Watson said he didn't do anything wrong. That's what he said.
Yo,
he did say that.
Deshaun Watson had sex with a lot of those girls and didn't have sex. The things that what happened in this, what Deshaun Watson paperwork is worse than what Ben Roethlisberger. I mean,
that's not true.
You can go read it. Go read it, Sam. No, go read that stuff.
The girl was drunk.
They said
the girl saying that she was inebriated.
Deshaun
Watson was
wild. The man said he went in the massage room. They said, and he just pulled out his joint.
Yo, Deshaun Watson was wilding.
Yes, but that is all alleged, y'all. Y'all are believing them over him, and that's my problem. Like, why is he not getting a benefit of the doubt?
But you,
like, it's just literally one word against the other. That's literally what we're doing here.
But we brought up Big Ben, and you pretty much was. I don't know.
No, I didn't say Big Ben did it.
But
Big Ben wasn't brought up on
charges. It's not us.
Too.
It's not us versus them. It's literally.
I'm just saying, Big Ben has
plus women.
His semen
is 20 plus women plus
sink.
1.
That's
Sam.
all I'm saying. Big Ben semen.
Sam, it's 20 plus women plus 1, and it's actually more than 20 women. It's a few women that wrote in Sports Illustrated that not a part of the lawsuit. It's like 3 or 4 women that's not even a part of the lawsuit that was in Sports Illustrated that just say I don't want to be in a civil coup, but this is my story. I don't want to be in a civil lawsuit, but this is my story.
That she felt uncomfortable with Deshaun Watson being in the room.
Bro, so I don't know. He's not a criminal. He didn't get a charge, so I'm gonna leave that alone.
Thank you. He's not a criminal. We need to keep saying he's not a criminal. He's not a criminal. He's not a criminal. He's not a criminal.
I'm not saying he was, but precedent is that he will be suspended because of Big Ben, right? Big Ben got suspended for 6, got reduced to 4, so he at least getting 8.
Why is he getting 8 games? What did he do?
He's going to appeal it to get. He's going to get 8. So he's going to get 8 at least. I'm gonna see him half a season. They might do the whole season just because. The whole contract thing, because the whole contract is like literally like, yo, we only gonna pay you $1 million.
It's a joke.
So if they suspend you, you only gonna lose $500,000.
It's a joke.
Like,
it's literally a joke.
That's crazy. Like you.
But if he does play, he's only getting $1 million though too. If he does play, he's only getting $1 million.
Yeah, but he got a sign-up bonus. He got a sign-up bonus.
He got a sign-up bonus. I mean,
he got so he's not
gonna
lose no money.
I don't think this is unique to him. They do the fun. We know we've been talking about funding money in football for years. I mean, this is not like
it's
not unique.
I mean, but as the
they
NFL,
restructure all the time, bro. But
as the NFL, it do come off as like,
you know what I mean? It doesn't come off as anything. They understand what's going on. They're looking out in the best interest of their asset. They are. Who is not a criminal, by the way? Who is not? I don't know why we're acting like this man is a criminal. He's not a criminal.
I'm not mad at Cleveland.
Is not a criminal, and he should not be. He's not. He should not be treated as such.
But for me, last show I put my morals on him. I thought he got to change. He got to do better. He just got to do better. What he was doing was unacceptable. If any of that stuff was remotely true, it was unacceptable, bro. You got to be better. I got a kid. I got a daughter. We got sisters. We got mothers. Come on, bro. Be better with women.
Okay. I'm not.
That's how I'm moving. That's how I feel about. That's how I feel.
I don't know.
No more massages, man. He got to get one of them electric.
Bro, he does not have. He don't get massages, bro. There's nothing wrong with getting a massage, and it's nothing wrong. With having sex with somebody who's getting a massage. You don't put yourself in that
situation.
There's nothing wrong with that either.
You can't put yourself in that situation.
Whoever said that was who said that was wrong.
Nobody's wrong, but what I've read, that's wrong. If he was doing that, if he was whipping out, trying to coerce people with his power. His leverage, the leverage being a stronger, bigger man in a room with one female,
he's
whipping out.
That, though.
Yes. So and you whipping out and trying to coerce them to have sex with him, bro. That's bad. Don't do that, bro. What are you talking about?
I just think
you cannot do that.
We don't know the full story. I don't know his side of the story. I do not know his side. I'm only hearing one side of the story. And as a man, I am not being disrespectful to women, but as a man, as a man,
why is you whipping out with over, bro? It's not. Let's not.
I'm not gonna answer that question because for me to answer we got to get into the nitty gritty of what's going on, and we don't really want to get into the nitty gritty though. We really don't want to get into the nitty gritty.
He got to make better choices. The nitty gritty is that he got to make better choices.
And let me be honest, there was a grand jury of our peers who got into the nitty gritty, and they came. You know what they really found? They said that they didn't find. So I mean, I guess everybody's wrong. I guess the judge is wrong.
No,
the grand jury
I'm
is
not,
wrong.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the court of law.
The only people that's right is these 22 women. That's the only people right in this situation. Man, give me a break, bro. Like, stop it. We gotta stop.
You're talking about the court of law. I'm not. I'm not talking about.
Shout out to the Browns, though, man.
Talk about?
Shout out to the Browns.
For me, I put my morals on him. I'm putting my morals on him. So do y'all think? What do y'all put? Where did I put? Yeah, where did I put the Browns? Where did I put the Browns? Because everybody in the AFC is
they pay
loaded.
The Browns pay for somebody they think that can bring them home a trophy at the end of the year. But the way the AFC stacked up, they probably won't even make the playoffs, bro.
You don't think so?
I mean, it depends on how many games he play. I'll say this.
Oh, okay.
Deshaun Watson is the best quarterback. Deshaun Watson is the best quarterback in that division. That's a fact, without question. He's better than Lamar Jackson. We all know that. It's not a secret. I mean, if it's Deshaun Watson we've seen, he's better than Lamar Jackson. It's a fact, right? So with that being said, I mean, it's a fact.
Give or take.
Deshaun Watson was terrible last year. I mean, Lamar Jackson was terrible last year.
He was hurt.
Let me say what you want to say.
He MVP. Lamar Jackson MVP. Don't forget that.
Deshaun Watson is better than him. Anybody would take.
That's still subjective.
If you ask 32 teams will say I will take the Deshaun Watson over Lamar Jackson. 32 teams. But with that being said, it's a fact. It's a fact. I don't know why we're even going back and forth with it.
I give you a higher percentage to take Deshaun Watson.
No,
I think he is better. He's a better passer.
Every single one
He's a better
Every
passer.
single one of them will. We saw Deshaun Watson with nobody go up against the Buffalo Bills. He thrashed us, literally, and they couldn't do anything. He literally just
He did thrash us.
He made the plays necessary to win that game.
Yeah, he won the game, but he didn't. He
actually won the game. Like that. That's what you.
He didn't thrash nobody.
But my point is, he's the best quarterback in that division. He's a top 3
Joey
quarterback.
B?
He's the best quarterback in that division. He's probably a top 5 quarterback in the AFC still, even at this juncture. People were comparing him to Pat Mahomes. That was a fact before he stopped playing. Before they sat him for whatever reason. So I think that the Cleveland Browns with Amari Cooper in a running game that they have, and they're gonna resign. I mean, it's just like I don't. I mean, granted, he has to play the games. If he gets suspended, all bets are off. But if he plays the games, he's going to make the playoffs. I think the Bengals are going to take a step back. I think that we're kind of overrating certain teams. I mean, it remains to be seen. But I got Cleveland coming out that division. If everything's being considered, like if everybody's healthy,
I think Pittsburgh would be a lot better without Big Ben under center.
Mitch Trubisky is literally bad though.
But Mitch,
he's a bad quarterback.
It's Cleveland. I mean, it's Cleveland. I mean, it's a tough division. I think it's a tough division because even Pittsburgh, even with Mitch Trubisky, gonna be a tough out. I mean, I don't think they're going to win a division or something.
The coach that they're the best coach in the league.
Yeah, I'm saying the Pittsburgh Steelers is a tough out. It's a tough out. I mean, it is what it is. But Cleveland, I think Cleveland is going to be the team to beat because going into last season, people had them winning the division. It was just like if Baker ascend to another level, he can.
On paper, they looked amazing on paper, bro.
But now you got a way better quarterback than Baker, right? You got literally a tier, 2 tiers above Baker. So now you got this running game, this West Coast offense, Chubb, Hunt, elite, one of the best runners attacks in football, if not the best. You add you lose Landry, you add Amari Cooper, like he said. Like if he stays on the field,
you lose.
Odell was never even played good. He had probably had 2 good games in his whole Cleveland career. So it doesn't even matter if you lose Odell. Who cares? Who cares about that? Deshaun Watson literally had nobody in Houston, made them look better. The run game is important.
I wouldn't say who cares because if Deshaun Watson had Odell Beckham, he would be amazing. The reason why Odell Beckham wasn't good is because Baker Mayfield is probably one of the worst quarterbacks in football. It's just a fact.
Yes, but you got Amari Cooper.
I mean, yeah, as long as Amari Cooper can stay healthy. The Cleveland Browns have a good team as it stands right now. I mean, if Deshaun Watson plays the games, the Cleveland Browns have a formidable team. I mean, it's just as simple as that. And
then you got obviously the Super Bowl people lost. Joey B. They got elite offensive weapons, if not one of the best offensive weapons in football, because Joe Mixon not a scrub. They all under 25 too, so they got elite over there. And then you got Lamar Jackson coming back, being Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews. They defense got better. Their defense is gonna be even better. They signed Marcus Williams. They're gonna be a better defense. So this is a tough division, right? So whoever wins it is gonna be good. So I mean, for me, I think I got Cleveland probably right now. I've had to pick Cleveland coming out of there. As of right now, with it's tough because I don't know how it's tough. I got Cleveland probably right now, but we'll see. Moving on. So based off that, Matt Ryan got traded to the Colts. How you like that? I mean, because in that division you got Tennessee.
Heavy run game. Heavy run game offense. Solid O line. So I mean, you can run the ball. I mean, they run the ball 25 plus times, last season, and they're probably gonna go out with the same mentality with Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. 25 touches.
Best back in football.
A game. Matt Ryan only gonna have to give you 15 to 25 passes, on a Sunday or Monday. With a solid O line, he can just sit in the pocket, throw the ball up, man, to Pitts or Pittman. I'm sorry. So I think it'll be good for him.
I'll say this. I mean, it's something that they had to do. He's definitely better than Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is like legit bad. Like he's a really bad player. And Washington will see that. I feel bad for that franchise. Actually, I don't feel bad for the franchise, but
you think they should go after Baker?
Who, Washington? Anybody's better than Carson Wentz.
They got Baker tied to like Seattle right now.
Carolina. It's a lot of teams. Baker's. I will say this: if Baker surrounded, I think Seattle is a good place for him because Seattle wants to just completely run the ball all the time, and if they run the ball all the time and play action pass to what's his name? DK Metcalf. Yeah, like DK Metcalf and Lockett. I mean, that's a good recipe for Baker. He can hand the ball off. He's a good hand the ball off type of quarterback. But for the Colts, I think the Colts had a really good team. Colts they have a great defense. And
they can win a division.
They have an elite running back. Absolutely, they can win the division. I think winning the division is definitely in the cards. Matt Ryan is serviceable. So I mean, and check out those tight ends there, man. Check out those tight ends there. I think tight ends gonna have a big,
Mo Alley Cox. Yeah, I think Tennessee. We see how Derrick Henry come back off that. How much belief you still got in Tannehill moving forward as a Tennessee franchise? As you look at, if you were Tennessee, you're looking at the AFC landscape, and it's like, man, Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, Joey B, Joe Herbert, Watson. And we got Russell Wilson, and we got Tannehill. So it's like, I'm not saying Matt Ryan is somebody who just better, but historically, yes, Matt Ryan is better than Tannehill. So
for a fact,
you feel like, man, do we need to make a move eventually? Is this Tannehill last year to see if we can win with him?
Robbie.
Do we? They got who?
Robert Woods.
They trade for Robert Woods. I mean, that's a nice little pickup. If he come back healthy, Robert Woods and AJ Brown. I'm not mad at that with Derrick Henry.
They needed a weapon.
But is Tannehill good? Is Tannehill still good enough? Is Tannehill still gonna get it done? I don't know. I think Colts. 2 years ago when you had Phillip Rivers, he was still a kind of shell. So I think Matt Ryan still got a little bit left in the tank. I think he better than Wentz. I think he's gonna be better than Phillip Rivers was, though even 2 years ago. So I think Colts definitely should be thinking about winning the division over Tennessee. I would say. We'll see. So Saints re-signed Jameis. Obviously, that's cool. I mean, that's cool. I think that he was doing good there. I think that's a good place for him.
Marcus Mariota back.
Marcus Mariota back in Atlanta. But I think they're gonna draft a guy. But I mean, I'm interested to see Marcus Mariota get another shot at it.
I mean, the quarterback carousel is very interesting. I mean, we've seen this. Most teams know. It's very interesting because, I mean, Jimmy G got fired, right? Jimmy G was able to beat Aaron Rodgers. So, I mean, and he's serviceable. But the point is, I think teams understand that even if you don't have the elite of the elite quarterbacks, you do need somebody like that can do something, that can make a play. And Jimmy G has shown that he can make a play. But
he probably staying in San Fran.
And as he should, because
he should. Yeah, I think they will.
Trey Lance is not ready. He's just not ready to play football.
He's not ready.
So I mean, when you look at the landscape of the league, man, teams are trying to at least get somebody serviceable, or at least have somebody that's competent. Man, not having a competent quarterback is a problem. So I mean, like the quarterback carousel this offseason, this has been crazy. Like this is the most I've ever seen quarterback movement to this extent. I'm talking about like household names. Like Baker Mayfield's supposed to get a big contract this year. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's the first pick in the draft. Yeah.
It's possible that Lamar Jackson may not get re-signed. It is possible. It's not impossible.
He's not signing.
No, I know.
The issue is he's not signing
because they give him shorts.
He don't want to sign. I guess the big TV money coming up next year or the year after that. He doesn't want to sign. It's pretty much the Dak thing. They try to offer Dak 5 years, whatever. He's like, no, I want a 3-year, 2-year deal, whatever, 4-year deal, whatever he got. for this amount of money. Dak pretty much he got it, right? He is pretty much the Dak. It's the Dak situation. The issue with Lamar Jackson is he don't got an agent. His agent is his parent, him and his parents.
Well, he does have
so
an
people
agent,
think
his
he's stupid. Yeah, I'm saying people think like they're crazy. They don't know what they're doing. So that type of whoever in Lamar Jackson camp, they don't know what they're doing. They should be signing, because he run the ball a lot. So there's a lot of that type of undertones. A lot of those overtones.
Lamar Jackson has enough money right now that has changed his entire life.
That's a fact, yeah.
I mean, like, granted, whatever money he's misses out on, God forbid if something crazy happens, he has made enough money to this point to date, to whereas his life will forever be changed. So I mean, like that.
But this contract he's gonna sign is gonna be the biggest amount of money he's gonna get in his career, essentially. This is the $200 million maybe. This is the $200 million contract.
I don't know. People said that about Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins still getting bread every year.
Yeah, but that big lump sum was that big lump sum he got. He didn't get another big lump sum. Now it's gonna be 1 year.
Kirk Cousins is good if he wanted to sign it. I mean, Kirk Cousins just he going 1 year deals, guaranteed money. He taxing the boys, bro. Yeah. He's killing. He's literally taxing.
He's like literally on his franchise tag every year.
Bro, in the last 3 years, he's gotten like $140 million, like $120 million at least. Like that's crazy.
You know who got bread? Stafford got bread. Because Stafford was one of the quarterbacks to get one of those.
Why do they say that
the
about
rookie
Lamar
deal?
Jackson?
He had to. I mean, the reason why Stafford got bread is because
of the rookie deal.
He was on the rookie deal. All that money, yeah. He had that rookie deal.
He was the last person
joint.
to come into that bread. Yeah, he was a first round.
No, he got that bread. And he got a contract. Now he got this one. So he got Russell. 3 big joints. Yeah, woo! So Stafford got bread. But Lamar, the issue with Lamar is because he just got hurt and he's a running quarterback.
Everybody gets hurt though. I mean, that's not.
I know, but I guess the emphasis on him is, bro, you run a ball 15 times a game. You know what I mean? Take this 150 they're trying to get you.
Look at
no.
I'll point everybody to a guy by the name of Michael Vick, who got not one but $200 million contract and went to jail for a couple years. Like we got that's insane, y'all. Talk about injuries. The man went to jail. Like he literally went to prison. Like it's possible. Lamar Jackson will be fine. He literally can miss a year.
He'd be fine.
And
he'd be fine.
Listen, Marcus Mariota is starting right now, bro. Like like somebody will hire Lamar Jackson for a lot of money.
That's a fact.
Trust me, boys is dire need. And
Deshaun just got 230.
He got pedigree, y'all.
Off a sexual assault case. He got 230 for 5 year 230.
Off a sexual assault case that the government and the judicial system has found them not guilty of. I just want everybody to keep knowing that. No, because we keep saying that. Like, yo, what I'm saying is there's an entity who we deem as one of the 3 parts of our government, right? We have 3 parts. I mean, I'm just being honest. We have 3 parts of our government. Bro. The one part of the government has deemed that that Deshaun Watson didn't do anything criminally wrong. I just want to be clear on that. So
I agree. And he didn't. So based on all his movements in the AFC, who's the favorite in the AFC? I keep it a buck. Who's the favorite in the AFC? All this quarterback move we talked about. Who do y'all guys got moving forward before the draft? Ain't no draft. I think pretty much all the big name free agents have signed. We got to talk one other main trade. Oakland Raiders. Devontae Adams was traded from the Green Bay Packers.
He flew in Bay.
To Las Vegas. I'm sorry, to Las Vegas Raiders. How do y'all feel about that? How do Aaron Rodgers should feel? How should Derek Carr feel? Does that move Las Vegas up in anybody chain up in that division? That division is the craziest division of all time. Maybe people saying. What's y'all take on the Devontae Adams trade?
I like it. I think it's great for Las Vegas. It's great for Derek Carr, to get back, with his college boy. You know what I mean? Somebody that you felt comfortable throwing with, in college, get him in the league. You see wide receivers and their quarterback, not even just wide receivers, players in their quarterback that they, gel with in college. They're doing good numbers in the NFL right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to just, be out there in the comfort zone. Not saying he didn't have a good career with Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, but he said that he always wanted to go to Oakland when it was in Oakland. So to get him to where he wanted to go, it's good that it happened that way. But if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm sorry, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanted out of Green Bay potentially. They gave you all your money that I guess you wanted, and you lost your number one target. You lost your target, your go-to guy. Like, he literally threw the ball to Devontae Adams 82% of the time. And to lose that big of a person, It's a blow in the face, if you ask me. I'm sure Green Bay could have did something to keep him around.
Well, this is what they said. Green Bay offered him the same amount of money. It wasn't the money was the issue. It's just Davante Adams wanted to leave. Now, I mean, if you look at it, that's just, you don't have to believe it, Rad, for it to be true.
Like, I'm not. You know, I just don't believe it.
No,
they franchise tag.
No, it's
a franchise tag.
But no. This is what happened. They were going to give him the exact amount. No, it's not coach speak. It's from both sides. Davante Adams' agent came out and said this. I don't know if y'all read the report, but he did. The money was not the issue. They were going to give him the same amount of money. But what happened was, he didn't want to be there. Like, he just you look at it this way. It's Green Bay, y'all. Like, nobody wants to be in Green Bay. No, nobody. There's not one person on the face of the earth who says, "Yo, I think I'm gonna go to Green Bay today." Like, there's nothing there. There's no point of even being there.
But he already played on a franchise tag 1 year already.
I understand that, but they were.
You know what I'm saying? So they could have been paid.
Yes, but they were going. They
had a lot of time to pay him.
They were going to match this offer. That's why they had to. They wouldn't have traded him. They didn't have to trade him, Rad. Hey, all right, you want a franchise tag? If you want to sit out, sit out. They could have just did that. They could have played hardball. But he was like, "Listen, I actually don't want to take the deal. Trade me to here." And look what they got. They got a first round and a second round. They're going right for a top one. No, he's worth 2 first rounds. Jamal Adams got 2 first rounds.
I'm about to say he's worth. I'm saying like he's worth more.
He's worth more than that. They didn't get anything for him. That's what I'm saying. It's a steal. It's literally one.
So they lost.
It's the worst deal in history. That's what I'm saying. For
they lost. So why did you do that?
The reason why they did it is simply because Davante Adams did not want to be there. They're definitely stupid, but he said, "I don't want to be here. I don't want to be near this guy. This guy's terrible."
I don't.
Aaron Rodgers?
As far as the antics and what he did with what Aaron Rodgers did to the salary cap there, even though it's funny money, y'all. I'm just telling you the report that they say. I don't whether it's true or not. That's the report.
I think he had a better opportunity to win a ring in Green Bay than he will in Las Vegas.
I mean, we keep saying that, but Aaron Rodgers consistently loses every time.
I hear you.
But is there what's your take on it? That he had a better chance to win in Green Bay or Las Vegas? What's your take?
It's just better to live there.
All right.
Like it's better. I'm gonna give my stats. Okay. It's better to live in Las Vegas. I don't want to be here. Yeah, I'm getting my stats. I don't care about my stats. I got my money, so it doesn't matter. Like I got my money. Derek Carr is a pretty good quarterback, top 15 quarterback in the league. He threw the ball to Henry.
You're going from top 3 or 4 to top 15.
That's fine. I mean, so let's see how Aaron Rodgers does without him. Let's see. No, let's see both.
We saw him without him. What are we talking about?
No, I'm just saying. Let's see it again.
Okay, say that. I'm about to say he wasn't there his whole career.
I know he wasn't there his whole career, but the majority of the offense was Davante Adams. Literally everything was predicated on him. So let's just see.
Because he was the only one that's good enough to. What are you talking about? He's literally the only one good enough. It was Randall Cobb and Scantlin.
I'm just saying majority of the offense was predicated on one player. That's all I said, right?
Two players. Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback.
I'm not.
What are you talking about? The quarterback.
I'm just saying a lot of the scheme. I'm talking about scheme and what they did was based on
running the ball. It was West Coast running the ball and then play action with Davante Adams. Yes, Davante Adams was one of the
action. It was just like even in the red zone how they did it. I'm just being honest, y'all. They moved him.
You gotta give that.
I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers is not an MVP. Okay. Aaron Rodgers is MVP. But what I am saying is that when it gets to the playoffs,
back to back,
Aaron Rodgers had one lucky run in the playoffs. Every other run is like he's consistently losing in the playoffs. It's just the facts.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. You can. That's fine. But I think Green Bay. I don't know what that was. You just don't do that, especially if you sign Aaron Rodgers. I can see if you did that. I can see if Aaron Rodgers left and you do that because now you got Jordan Love,
bro.
But if you sign Aaron Rodgers 150 the next 3 years, you want him to win the Super Bowl yesterday, and you give away his best weapon by far. The expectations of them winning the Super Bowl has went out the window with the trade. So I don't understand the timeline they're on. I don't understand any of that. It's insane. I can see they had some type of trade him and then they use them first round picks to get another player, or if they sign Odell or they signed another young guy, or they made a trade for Amari Cooper or something like that. But they have no wide receivers on that depth chart, literally, because I think MVS is a free agent as well. Randall Cobb
signed back.
Okay, whatever. So it's literally insane. It's insane. What is the game plan? Green Bay already do not sign free agents. We know that. historically. They don't sign free agents. They draft. No, they don't draft offensive players. We know that. So I don't understand. It's kind of sabotagey, but you got 150 million. So I don't know what Green Bay doing. They in the NFC, so anything can happen in the NFC. Anybody can make the Super Bowl over there, obviously, because it's not that many quarterbacks. So somebody got to maybe because now he's gonna look as an underdog. Maybe he win it. Maybe they'll make it this time. But losing W.T.I.A.S.S, Adams, using probably the top 2 or 3 wide receiver in football for a first and a second is insane. And it's a low first because I think the Raiders got like the 22nd pick. It's not even like you're getting a top 5 pick. You're getting a 22nd pick. So it's just garbage. I don't understand it. It's like when I saw it come across my ticker, I thought it was just like fantasy. I thought this was like reality TV because it don't make any sense. You don't make that trade even on Madden. So yeah, that was just crazy. What do y'all think about Oakland? Do y'all think that move the needle enough for Oakland to potentially win that division?
No,
because division is tough.
Division is crazy. That division crazy.
Do they move them from 4th to 3rd, or is they still 4th? I mean, they wasn't even 4th last time because it was Chargers was 4th. Do that? Are they better than the Chargers? Is they better than Broncos?
I don't think they moved. KFC? I think the Broncos took, a step up. They already had the tools, like you said, preview on the last show. They got them young dogs over there, good running game, young receiver core, and then you add a veteran quarterback that we know can get the job done. To that roster. They putting heat on boys. They putting heat on Kansas City, even though Kansas City just picked up Juju, which is crazy. And the Chargers are young too, so I don't think Oakland has that firepower to top either of those teams. Las Vegas to top either of those teams, but it's interesting to see though, because Kyle's arguably one of the top 3 quarterback in the league at one point, in a season. Like he was that boy. Then he got hurt
7 years ago.
Then he got hurt, came back. So, I mean, we know what he's capable of doing. Like Preach said, he made Henry Ruggs look amazing. He made Hunter Renfrow look crazy at the end of the season last year. And then you add another weapon out there, they could potentially, make some noise. But I think it's just too much firepower in that division for them to overpower them boys, especially this year, coming out the gate.
I would say this. You have to go, Red?
Yeah, you go.
You never know what's going to happen this season. We didn't know that the Raiders were going to make the playoffs, and they were a few plays away from even beating the Bengals. So, I mean, yeah. So I mean, it puts them in a position to have one of the best receiver in the game, essentially. Between him and Cooper Kupp, I guess it's up for debate, but Davante Adams is money, and losing Henry Ruggs was tough, but. Getting those weapons and having a Derek Carr who can play. I mean, he's good. I mean, Josh McDaniels, maybe we'll see. And they have
a cheater. I mean, he'd do anything to win.
Yeah, they have some other holes like offensive line. They still have a terrible line. They didn't have a good line last year.
But it helps too when you got a top 5 tight end too to complement your top 5 receiver. So,
no, it does. I mean, they have weapons.
One of your top 5 slot guys. They got top 5 everywhere.
Yeah,
they got top 5 guys.
They got a great core. I'm just saying, like, offensive line is a very, very important part. But also look at the Bengals, right? We criticized them for having a bad offensive line last year. They got to the Super Bowl because they had the weapons around it. Somehow or another, Joe Burrow figured it out. Now, is Derek Carr Joe Burrow? We would all say no. I mean that's the inclination. But Derek Carr was an MVP candidate at one point in time. Like he's not a shab. Like he's not
terrible.
Player.
He's a good quarterback. He's good.
That's what I'm saying.
I won't say nothing above that. He's a good quarterback.
The issue is what we're saying is that. We believe the Chargers is going to be extraordinary. 12-win team, 13-win team. That's what people are saying.
But we got Chandler Jones too.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I mean, granted,
Chargers got Khalil Mack.
They have Khalil Mack.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
They got like a wild team. They got a wild team. They have a wild team.
It's crazy.
They have a wild team. But at the same time, it's just like, and in the Chiefs, we don't know, right? I don't know. Like they just whatchamacallit. Their quarterback had a meltdown. Patrick Mahomes had a meltdown in the Super Bowl. Somebody said somebody hit his head. Somebody said it was his kids, or I mean, not his kids, but his brother and his wife. He just married her. Who knows what's going to happen? My point is, put yourself in a position to win. That's all you can do. All right? Yeah. You got yourself put yourself in a position to win, and that's what they did. So we'll see.
Yeah, like you said, like they added Chandler Jones, right? They added Chandler Jones. They upgraded from Nassib to Chandler Jones, who's a better player. They still got the other pass rusher. I forgot his name, other white boy. Shout out to him. So their defense was good last year, and they got better in some aspects. The offense adding, because remember when they tried to add AB, he lost his mind, Gruden. But now you got Josh McDaniels, who's a good coach, and now you added Devontae Adams, who's probably right now is a better receiver, head on straight. So and Derek Carr, so and they cool, they love each other. So Darren Waller can come back healthy. They're a formidable team. Like it's going to be a good team couple good teams that does not make the playoffs, right? And there's going to be a good team in that division that does not make the playoffs. A good quarter like Raiders, somebody not making the playoffs in that team in that division. So it's like it's tough. I don't know what team. I'm happy. This I'm gonna say I'm happy as a Bills fan. I think we the new Patriots, right? We got to go through our little doodle division. I mean, I think the Patriots gonna give us a little something here and there, but I'm not really worried about them. We got the easiest division in football, I think.
For sure.
One of, if not the easiest division of football. So I'm happy when we get to the playoffs, we just gonna have to deal with these guys. But I'm happy to be we the new Patriots in the AFC because everywhere else you look, maybe besides the South, man, it's crazy over there. So I still got the Chiefs and the Bills as the two top teams. But for me, I think Cleveland and Broncos is right under that for me. I think them the next two for me. And then everybody else is gonna be fighting.
Yeah,
everybody's gonna be fighting. Y'all got anything? Y'all got anything else? Sports.
We can talk about y'all. I mean, some big injuries out in the NBA. Steph out for the remainder of the season. Ankle. Dame out. Season of domino.
No, we knew that.
Zion ain't playing at all. He only played 85 games. And Sam Boyd, they found he had a herniated disc. He ain't playing. Ben Simmons.
Yo, Ben Simmons is done so, bro. Like I really don't have an excuse for him. Like, has he
I think PG and Kawhi out too? Is they ruled out too?
I didn't see those two, but I did see
things on that.
Ben Simmons out for the rest of the season with a herniated disc.
I think them two might be ruled out too.
Did Ben Simmons have a herniated disc prior to this?
Not that we heard of.
The man wasn't
Nobody
doing anything. All
that.
of a sudden, now he got a herniated disc. All right, so let's just push him to the side. Ben Simmons is in a world of his own. But the Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
That's interesting.
I'm gonna say this. What?
I don't know what's going on over there.
What the Clippers mortgage for Paul George and Kawhi Leonard was nothing short of insane. It was literally the Anthony Davis package times 89,000, 250,000, and $1 million. They're not playing, y'all. Like they're not. They haven't played. I literally have not seen Paul George and Kawhi Leonard on the court for like 20 games. I don't know if I've seen them.
Paul George played about 15, 20. Kawhi didn't play at all.
They said they're not ruled out yet. They're doing 4-on-4 non-contact.
And that's another thing, bro. I'm sick of this. We're doing 3-on-3 with James Wiseman and what does that mean? Like what does that mean? Non-contact? Is that shell drill? Like what drills are these that nobody's touching each other in 4-on-4? That's not a game. That's not basketball. That's called individual workout, in my opinion. With somebody standing there in front of you. Like we gotta stop this nonsense.
High intensity reps, man.
Listen. I'm gonna be honest. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard need to wake the hell up. They need to play basketball. I get it. Kawhi Leonard won a championship with the Spurs. MVP. Well, he was MVP, right?
No, the Finals MVP.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
he was right.
He got two. He got two Finals MVPs.
It's like he got two Finals MVPs. He was
about regular
Toronto's, but Kawhi Leonard is teetering on that. He's not a Hall of Famer, y'all. Like he's just not.
Oh, he a Hall of Famer, bro. If you got Westbrook in there, he in there, bro. Sorry, you got to
multiple years of greatness. Kawhi Leonard.
So do Kawhi Leonard.
He does not. He hasn't played basketball.
Yes, he does. Yo, you do this insane.
Look up.
He got two rings. He got two rings. I understand that,
but he just hasn't played basketball enough, bro. I'm gonna be honest. That's not even a hot take for me.
Just short the last 2 years.
Yo, look up Kawhi Leonard's stats, bro. Y'all be like,
he's a Hall of Famer.
Kawhi Leonard trash on the
Kawhi Leonard a top 75.
Unfortunately.
Oh my God! Here he go. He's talking. He's a top 75 player. You gotta give him that. I give him that.
I don't personally.
He is. He's a top 75 player. He's one of the best defensive players in his era, and he can give you 30. What are you talking about? And he won 2 rings. And He led a team to the finals himself. Like
how many years Kawhi played in the basketball?
I say he about around 10. He right around 10.
How many All-Star games you think the top 75 player of all time? 2 times out of 10. How many All-Stars has he made?
Probably
like 4.
Yo, that's not. That is not a top 75 player, y'all. Like we gotta stop that.
How many he got?
He got 5. That's not.
He got 5?
That's half.
5?
Half of his year.
And he still got probably 5 more years left.
He's garbage.
He got 5 All-Stars, Defensive Player of the Year, two championships, 2 Finals MVPs.
The only thing that saves him, he's a 3-time All-NBA player. That's amazing. And
he probably a 7-time All-Defensive player. How many time All-Defense?
3. He's trash. 3
first team probably.
3 first team, 4 second team.
3 first team. 7. You think 7? Yeah, 7. That's a lot.
And
bro.
he's a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not. Granted, in that short amount of time, he was amazing.
That's excellent.
But my point is, you do have to play basketball, though.
You do gotta play, but he played enough.
I need to see you fail. I need to see you play so I can.
Failed.
I know, but I just need to see you play basketball a lot to see if are you really that good?
I hear you
over a long period of time. He just doesn't play enough basketball.
But that Toronto championship give him something.
No, Toronto championship was amazing, but at the end of the day, he played against players who got hurt. Stop it. We gotta stop that.
He did, but he's still.
He's playing against a.
But shout out to Toronto, Lou, because the Clippers they in AFC somehow. They better than the Lakers. So I mean, with Reggie Jackson as your best player. So I mean,
26
Reggie killing, bro. He averaged about 25 right now.
No, he don't. He averaged like 15.
This is my thing, though.
The last couple of games, he averaged about 25 after the game.
Okay.
He giving you 30.
I'm just saying to be your best player to be Reggie Jackson. You be AFC in the West. In the West. Shout out to Tyronn Lue. He might get some coaches of the year. He might get a coach of the year. I mean, obviously, you got to be Phoenix because I mean, he literally.
You can't even compare teams to the Lakers no more. They're just awful. They won last night though. LeBron went back to Cleveland. But
LeBron,
they're literally 2 and what? 2 and they literally won 3 games since the All-Star break.
Yeah, they 4-6 in their last 10. But LeBron James moved into number 2 all time. Shout out to LeBron. How y'all feel about that? Did that help his legacy? Do that? You know, I don't know where he was at in y'all legacy list anyway. But you know, being passing Karl Malone,
I don't think his legacy would ever change. It's gonna always be that argument about him being a GOAT compared to Michael, compared to Kobe. We all know he's gonna be number 1 scorer. He got about 2 more years in the tank, so he gonna crack that. You know, within the next year.
He got to. You can't not. He cannot not crack it. He has.
So his legacy won't change. But I mean, it's great to see people, achieve those goals. So you know what I'm saying.
I think it can help. Once he passed Kareem, right? Because once he passed Kareem, for some people, for a guy that's not considered a scorer, which is insane to say, but for people to say LeBron not the scorer, not the elite scorer, people saying KD a better scorer, Melo a better scorer, all this stuff. For him to be the number one player in scoring, the number one have the all-time scoring list, passing Kareem, that's something that people thought would
in a
never
short
be
amount
touched,
of time too.
Never be touched, passing Kareem and scoring. You know what I mean? This game is not about individual stats, but it is too.
It is.
People say it's not, but it is. You can't take that away. That's a big deal. Like, that's for him to be all his hype coming into the NBA, the chosen one, Sports Illustrated, 17. And for him to end his career having the most points in NBA history, like he has one of the best storybook careers of all time. If not the number 1 storybook career of all time.
He top 10 in every category except for rebounding.
And he gonna get there. He probably gonna get rebound.
Like name a better story, a sports story. The Serena sisters. I'm like to rival somebody who grew up single mom, don't know his dad. Probably I don't know LeBron James' dad if he's still living because he never came out. To do what he did, to have all his hype and then exceed the hype. I mean, I don't know a better sports story. I mean, I don't know. Maybe ain't one. Shout out to LeBron. But that's all I got, yeah, guys. Y'all good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, end the show.